So hello guys, welcome to this training, and today we're going to learn Pixellab. So this is an introduction to Pixellab, and what we're going to basically will be learning how to the environment of Pixellab. So when you load Pixellab in the first place, this is where you arrive. So this is your first this is how it should look like. Forget the mouse. I connected my own mouse to my own smartphone, so it's using an OTG. You can also do the same. So what we have here, when you load by default, is select your text. So first of all, we're going to learn the environment. Let's click elsewhere so that nothing is selected. So we start at the top. So top here, the plus icon here, where my mouse is changing to a hand, that is your insertion point. When you click here, you can insert text, current date, stickers, shapes, and images from galleries, and then you can draw. Okay, so this one is save. When you click save, you can save as either project or as image. And then the next one here is share button, where you can share your work to anyone you want to share. So I'll be putting my network off because it's disturbing. That's it. So guys, that is that. I'm going to, how do I cancel this? I'll just click save to gallery so that it gets out. So this one are the favorite quotes from top people that Pixellab has decided to add them in case you want to use them for anything you want to use. So that's not my focus. And then this one is your menu, where you can click and see more options available to you to do by default. So you can be operating Pixellab. You can use image from gallery, that is import by default, and then start editing whatever you want to edit. So you can just click here and then go to downloads, and I don't want something, so you just click any of these and then it open by default. So you can click square, or you can click any of these. Why is it not working? What's going on? Okay, so you can import. You can start from here, click, and then bring in an image. So this is square, this is okay, so the mouse is not taking effect there, so we use my hand. So this is square. You can decide to click on square, and then you crop it squarely, and then you can import it. Okay, so when you import, let's delete this text, even though by default that is how it's supposed to be. So you can start editing your picture from here. So you can either choose to do it with full screen, and this is how it looks like. That is meaning preview. You understand? You can just click that to preview your work, how it's going to look like when you export. So let's go back. Then you can click here, and then you can use your camera and then snap somebody and then start editing immediately. You can also export your image using this instead of the save button. Okay, instead of this save button, you can just say export image. So now but save basically is actually for you to save for future references, and you can open the PLP file and then share it with someone and all these things. So contact us and report bugs, you know what that means, tutorials and how to use remove ads, recover autosave. That's maybe you were working and then it unexpectedly closed, so there should be an autosave. You understand? So PLP, these are the list of things you have designed using Pixellab. So you can see all these works have been done using Pixellab. So guys, that's what it is. And then I don't need to explain that. So here, down here, we go down. So these ones are templates, where if you come by default, do you want to work on just a plain default this environment, or you want to open this with a texture at the back, or just some some gradient fill or whatever. You can have this fast graphic 3D. So all these things are just fast graphics templates that you can just open and then you can work with it. So they are all backgrounds, so you can start working from. So if you click on my project, it's just the same thing as opening that PLV from the menu, from that default menu, whatever. So now we go here. Down here is just is opening all this stuff for your templates. So it's just a list of templates, and then here is your text. So this is where you work with all the text, the formatting, you change your fonts and colors. So if we click on a set and then we click on text, it should be able to bring this. So you click delete and then you can type Tise, which is my name, and then you can click OK. So increase the size. It's your choice to increase using this button. You can use your hand actually. So don't say he's having a mouse, so he's using mouse, and what if I don't have? So you can use your hand and then you hold it, so then drag and drop, drag and whatever. So when you click on a text, these are how the options appear when you're working on text. You understand? So it's actually very beautiful. So you can click on styles to see browse, and then you see sample of styles here. Then in my styles, do you have anyone saved? You can edit the text, which will take you back to wherever you were coming from. You can delete the text, you can copy the text, you can send to front, you can send to back, you can go to movement, you can move it anywhere you want to move it. If you're clicking this and this and this one, so you can equally do that. So that is that, and then that is this button actually. Okay, we're going to treat that, but let me just cover it. So when you click on this, it's just showing how far it can move. You understand? If you take a step, it should move how far it can move. You understand? When you click, if you reduce it, look at how it's moving smoothly. You understand? So you start jumping, start jumping, start jumping. So that is how it works. So guys, that's it. So we have a position, that is that's movement, and then we have relative position, that is alignment to artboard. When I'm talking about artboard, I mean this square is your drawing board, so that's your artboard. So you can align vertical, horizontal, and then top, then left, right, bottom. Okay, so that is that. So the mark button is to say okay to it. This one is to cancel. So we have size. You can decide to increase your size using this button, so you know the size of pixels of amount of text, the size of the pixels you're going to use. So this is padding, where it talks about the padding of the text, right and left. So so this is rotation, and let's consider. So we go to color here, then you can see this is colors. When you click, the first choice here selected here by default is color. So you can just a single color, you can just click on any of that and then use it. If you click on the bottom is gradient, you can select. So we'll teach you how to work with gradients fields later. So guys, that is how that works. And then we have texture, where you can insert texture in your text. So just click there and then okay. So you can see that's changed to that texture. So you can see enable ratio. Enabling ratio is just that the size of the picture will be the same, will fit into the text. So that's that. You click OK, and then we have opacity. That's the visibility of the text, how visible you want it to be. Okay, you can enable shadow, effect shadow. Sorry, not shadow. Actually, it's just to make it not blend into enter into the background. So this is rotation. You can rotate your text to however degrees you want. So 0, and then we have mask, where you can decide to cut a part of the text out. You can decide to use in or out. That is, in is talking about what is in the text, and outside your bezier, your mask tool. So when you click out is what is inside your bezier tool, but outside will be cut out. So this all this will be taught. The mask effect, the mask will be taught thoroughly. So this is fonts. You can change the fonts here, and then that is that. So you can change the style, which is bold, italic, underline, and the rest. So you can come here to curve text and decide to curve it for anything you want to do. So you can curve the text, and that is that. So the background of the text, you want it to have a highlighting background or gradient, whatever, however you want it to be, you can just do that. So we have alignment, we have center, we have left, center, right, and justify. You know what that means. So we have line spacing, that is the space between lines. So that is one line, so you won't know that. So stroke and the rest, so I don't need to teach till the end, but we'll treat some of them that need to be treated one after the other. And then we have the shape and picture menu, where anything, once you are working with a picture, you're going to be working here. So when you click on this tab, it will bring all the options available to be selected. So let's add a picture and see what it does. So from gallery, and then we import this. Let's import this. Okay, so you can see the options. We select delete, crop to center, whatever. The same options that were available on text are available here, you understand? So color filters, saturation, contrast, hue, brightness, contrast, and the rest. So we have stroke, we have eraser, where you can remove the background of the picture. We have the mask, the erase, color, and the rest. So that is that. And then we have the background menu here, where if we don't have and decide to change the background from this picture of anointing oil and decide to use color there. So instead of the anointing oil, we can have color. We can decide to have a gradient, so it depends on what you want to work with. So you can see how it looks like. So, and then here we have adding some noise and the rest of things, brightness to the background. So this is all about customizing the background. So I think introduction is complete. So guys, you can add strips and the rest. You can enable, and you see the background has some strips around, and you can click to add noise and then enable noise, and you can see a lot of noise in the background. So you can close that. You can decide to make it to enable this vignette, and then you're going to see how it works. It's just going to add a darker color around your graphic. So you can do that. You can decide to rotate, so with that, and then the brightness, contrast, hue, saturation, and the rest. So it's all about color balancing. So thank you guys. Complete introduction to the Pixellab app, and my name is Tise, and I remain your host. Thank you guys. Have a nice time.